Jasmine Crockett has officially reached AOC levels of incompetence. If you don't already know who she is, Jasmine Crockett is a representative for the state of Texas. She recently held a press conference in which she essentially said the entire state of Texas is racist, while in the same breath saying Texas is a majority-minority state. She goes on to say that Texans are trying to silence people of color's voice. Keep in mind, she is a Black woman who Texans voted to be their representative, okay? It's just so ironic that she is a Black woman voted into office in the state of Texas, and she has the audacity to say the entire state of Texas is racist. It literally reminds me of like Obama, Whoopi Goldberg, Oprah, all of these people who are insanely rich and successful telling Black people that they can't make it because they're oppressed. Here's the thing, if you're gonna go and tell people who are the same race as you that they're oppressed and that your entire race is oppressed, you better be oppressed too, otherwise your point doesn't stand. You cannot sit there as an elected official of Texas, being Black, and go and say, oh, Texas doesn't care about minorities, Texas hates minorities, Texas is racist, because you are literally debunking your own point without even having to say anything. It's actually insane.
They are specifically deciding to...
Yes, Ghetto Democrat is going viral on social media for doing this. Before we go into her video, there is something more concerning. I don't know if you've seen this. Jasmine Crockett calling the entire state racist, even as she notes its majority, minority, and dilute minority voices as a Black woman elected by Texans. I believe you saw that lady. This guy sat down with Joe Rogan to talk about this. When you take a look at this tweet, Democrat James just perfectly lay out to Joe Rogan how Republicans are suppressing the vote in Texas. This is why to watch. When you take a look at how liberals always turn things,
They are specifically deciding to splinter the communities of common interest, as well as just blatantly say, we are going to dilute minority voices. So we know that the courts, ever since we've had a Voting Rights Act, have always found this state to be intentionally discriminatory. That is what they are going to do. So I need people of color to understand that the scheme of the Republicans has consistently been to make sure that they mute our voices so that they can go ahead and have an oversized say in this. So I fully anticipate that's exactly where they're going with this map. It's the only way to do it. We didn't understand how we got to the map that they gave us last time because that state was grown by 95% people of color. They went out of their way to make sure that we got 0 new seats for people of color.
Texas is probably the hardest place to vote.
I believe you had done. Jasmine says Texas is racist and that people of color should get house seat based on their skin color. This has always been the problem. This is the worst nightmare I don't want to see. Someone sounding like this. This is not the first time. When I look at Democrat always doing this every single time, I really wonder if people can see through this crazy. This Democrat sat down in an interview with Joe Rogan. They talked about this similar subject. What he said was just in line with what Jasmine is saying. Even went further to talk about how Texas is suppressing vote. I was like, at a certain point, Democrats started pressing him. If you go on X now, search about this guy, you will see this video everywhere. Oh, he sat down, he educated Joe Rogan.
Texas is probably the hardest place to vote in the country, just in terms of the paperwork, the requirements, the hoops you got to jump through.
How so, though?
There's a whole host of things. The fact that we don't have online voter registration in the state, when a lot of other states do. I mean, think of all the things you do online. Voter registration is not one of them. The IDs that now count for registering to vote or voting are very selective. So, for instance, if you've got a concealed carry license, that license counts as ID, which I agree that it should. But a student ID from a college or university doesn't count as an ID.
You have to get a driver's license?
Yeah, you got to go get a driver's license. And again,
What
for
about
someone
passport? Would
yeah,
work,
passport.
right?
But again, like, I didn't have a passport for most of my life, right?
Right.
I didn't travel outside the country till I was, I was in my 30s. And so I didn't have a passport. A lot of people don't have a driver's license, especially older folks. So the point is that
Crack open one, guys. It's time. 2 days ago, I said this, right? Harry's assistant said, what the hell is going on with...
Yes, what I realized at the end of the day, people replying to this video under the comment section, I realized that majority of the people were against this guy because he's not actually pointing out what they realize with some of these illegal immigrants. This is the reason they had to put up some of these laws, but I don't see this being controversial. Any country that have been around, they have similar laws. Before you cast the vote, you must be a citizen of that country. You should be able to have some of these requirements. Why is this a big deal? Okay, they should just allow any kind of person that comes in the next day to cast the vote. Or what exactly? I don't get it. This has been an issue with Democrat. Reason they allow open borders to counter out what was going on. Because if you enter through the Biden administration, you will support Democrat, right? Because you believe that the Trump administration will not allow you to enter. So obviously you will cast a vote to them. This has been a major issue that people realize. And him sitting here to talk about this without mentioning this, to me, is insane.
Crack open one, guys. It's time. 2 days ago, I said this, right? Harry's assistant said, what the hell is going on with Trump's hands? And I said, edema. It won't be too long now. That's just a medical fact. And then today, at the presser, Carolyn Levitt said this.
In recent weeks, President Trump noted mild swelling in his lower legs. In keeping with routine medical care and out of an abundance of caution, this concern was thoroughly evaluated by the White House Medical Unit. The president underwent a comprehensive examination, including diagnostic vascular studies. Bilateral lower extremity venous Doppler ultrasounds were performed and revealed chronic venous insufficiency, a benign and common condition.
Chronic venous insufficiency. Chronic venous insufficiency happens when your leg veins become damaged and they can't work as they should. Normally, valves in your leg veins keep blood flowing back up to your heart, but CVI damages those valves, causing blood to pool in your legs. This increases pressure in your leg veins and causes symptoms like swelling and ulcers. Symptoms like swelling and ulcers. The biggest celebration this entire country will ever have.
This is why I don't like Libras. This is insane, right? Looking at this lady, is she okay? I understand she is suffering from high TDS, the one that has reached a higher level. Look at what she's doing here. I feel sad sometimes when I watch these people. Like, seriously? Thank you guys for always being there, sharing out my videos. God bless you abundantly. I don't want to make the video long. If you see short clips at the end of this video, that is for the YT algorithm. You can share the video.
I miss who I was before Donald Trump came into power. It's hard enough being a human, an adult, a woman, a mother, but waking up every day with this sense of dread and rage. I miss the person I used to be. I miss the country I thought we were.
7 Bridges Road. What a voice. I cried. But
any barriers, don'ts, landmines, limitations.
So many rules.
My choices are mine. Making this easy. People line up for my advice. Mm-hmm. And you're walking away like I'm stupid. It's like I've written books. I've given speeches. line up for my advice. It's like,
why don't we choose more carefully who we're going to lionize?
why? Marriage, infertility.
How hard it is to live in the White House.
Post this morning alleging that since I said I will prevail.
It also shouldn't be racial. 100
has been overwhelming. The lies and their amplification.
This is not going to end.
He says, but what if he says self-defense?
There's no self-defense. The kids in here and resolve this issue is called conflict resolution.
Again, the evidence is still coming in.
This is definitely a self-defense case because it always is one until you...
Because she's fearful.
Registration Act is
talking about
term, and you will be very...
Once again, the field was littered with Wintour does.
And black people don't want to live around ratchet black.
How bad is his reputation going to be?
It's bad.
I need to connect the dots. Going to carry a level of weight position.